Well, now my phone's getting filled up and my head's hurting again. So, it'll probably be my last one of the night or morning, whatever you want to call it. It's funny. The only time I never felt alone is when I was with Jazz, when I was with Kyle, even though it wasn't long, and with little David, Kirsten, Nolan, Talon. Other than that, it just all seemed fake. And then slowly, three of them got turned. Guess that's what happens when you try to give women a chance. See, this is why I almost slipped up a couple of times, because these women, I don't know what it is either. Once they start saying they like me and this and all that, I do try to back off, but I feel bad. And to tell you the truth, I don't know how to say this without sounding cold or a dick, but I'm neutral. I really don't care either way. But I mean, for myself, I do care, especially now. I'm just, every time I've even stretched out trust to a girl, it has turned into fucking hell. Most of them. Not all, but most. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Sort of like the Gail and Yvonne thing. That's a fucking trap. I'm gonna be somebody mad at me the rest of my life that I didn't even know about. Yeah. Oh yeah, she does. She still holds a grudge for that. I don't know why. I've explained that to her. Then she was like hinting at stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about getting in a relationship. And to her, it's probably, oh, it's because I'm this, that, and the other. No, it's because wrong time. And pretty funny, me and her were pretty good friends again until me and Yvonne started talking on Facebook. And Yvonne invited us all to a party, which I don't go to parties like that. I don't like to. But I was going to go to be designated driver for some of them. Maybe that's why it didn't go through. Because maybe that was going to be a worse party than what I thought. I don't know. But in the midst of it, a chick named Krista Young, Yvonne, and I think Gail was in it too. Or maybe Gail stopped talking to me just before we went to the party. It was just before. And I ended up getting fired the Tuesday before. Well, I quit, basically. I got tired of their shit. It's mainly a female ran establishment, which is fine, but you ain't gonna sit here and have the, what, 2 or 4 men that work here treat it like dogs the whole time and then act like you bitches are the ones that do all the work. No. Now Gail would work her ass off. I ain't gonna lie there. I mean, there was points where she could have picked up this, that, and the other, but it was because she allowed other employees to drag. Yep, they didn't hold up their end of the bargain, so they shouldn't have that position. But it was her show to run. See what I mean? People do a lot of fucked up shit. They don't want to pay attention to it, and when your perspective comes out because they don't already like you. I never set out in this world to be liked. I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. You don't have to like me. I haven't met any homeowners that really like their contractor. I mean, they're nice to them when they see them and all that, but most, they want that motherfucker there doing projects. They tear up their house and then they gotta wait for it to be done. Yeah, they don't like that. If it goes smoothly, yeah, but doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't always go smoothly. No, it's a contract. No, it's not always the contractor. Sometimes it's just the fucking job. Sometimes it's not the homeowner or the contractor. It's just the job. Yeah, I've had jobs where I've spread VCT glue, and just because it's really humid, taking 6 to 8 hours to dry, drives me insane. That's with a floor fan on it. Actually, a couple. But anyway, we had some patch on a bank job that we were doing. We thought we were going to rip this carpet up after the, because we didn't have to move any furniture. We had RTM guys, which that's another story. Thanks a lot, Uncle John. Um, you know, we thought we were going to rip it up, put the new shit down, be out. Nope. This bank had other plans. So, the main area, which we should have known, even though it's concrete, we got to pull up this carpet and it's like 4 inches of concrete it pulls up with it. And we were like, what the hell? So we had to patch it. And yeah, it's thick. So it took a while for that to dry and cure and be, strong enough for us to be able to lay on it. And yeah, we used Ardex with latex and all that, tried to make it as flexible as possible, make sure it don't crack and freak out later, But yeah, that took like 7-8 hours to dry. So we were, laying everything else that we could lay up until that, all the offices, everything. And this shit still wasn't done yet. So we're cleaning stuff up, putting stuff back with the RTM guys and all that. It was like 3-4 in the morning before we could lay the main lobby, which pissed me off because that's one of the biggest parts. Yeah, I always did the biggest part first. Get it done, then do all the little stuff, and then run your base. And if you have enough workers, 2 of you to 3 of you is working on that big area, while the rest of individuals are in each office. That way, one office is getting done at a time. Yeah. Shoot, I remember the 200-yarder that I got done in 8 hours by myself. Well, it's because it was office, it was open. It did have a lot of offices and a big area and a tie-in, but most of the furniture was moved for me, so I didn't have to move it. And if I needed a room cleared, most of the time, they had guys there to move it. Every once in a while, I had to help with moving a table or this or that. It wasn't that big of a deal. But it was in Columbia, and my uncle said he had some other things to do. He'd be gone, and I said, well, you go right ahead. I got this. And I did. I handled the whole job. And he came back. I had the tools, and I was sitting on the toolbox. He's like, are you done? I said, yeah. Don't you see all the take up? And I got loaded in the van. Yeah, 200 yards, boy. Whew. Try stacking that in a van. Pain in the ass. But I fit it all in there. And then I had to take it and throw it away. Get ready for the morning. Uncle John all the time. Oh, well, you can do it tonight. You can do it tonight. And he knew I hated doing it at night. I always liked doing it in the morning. But the one night, I was kind of happy we did it that night because the next morning I had like 4 trucks that people wanted me to clean out and organize. I was like, hell yeah, money. Yeah, they paid me. So I'd always clean their trucks out, put all the tools back where they wanted it. And imagine that. I'm memorizing where 5 different trucks every tool in it goes. And not losing a fucking tool. I've never lost a tool. I've never lost a tool on a job. My uncle left a tool on a job, blamed me, said it was my fault because I didn't account for it in the morning. All because he took it to his apartment in the middle of the night, in one of his condos that he was selling. Yeah, well, shithead. So, I replaced it. Then, we went to the condo and got it later. 6-in-1 screwdriver. It's only $2, but yeah. Proved a good point, but it was his fuck up. Yes, it was. Yeah, I know. I don't like where I'm at either. I'm trying my ass off to get out of it. But I'm not a liar, I'm not a con artist, and I'm very, very good at sticking to my word. And that's why I like where I live, because I'm close to 4 different states. Once I get a vehicle, I can go into any one of them and do work. Then I can get the hell off the state and get back to me. Not only that, I'll make friends and I'll have a lot of people that, have a lot of good work done. I know I don't look like much, but trust me, don't judge this book by its cover. I've just been hit with a wrecking ball. I spent a lot of time with Tony. Tony was my boy. I didn't think I was ever gonna see him again until I ran into him in Rising Sun with Dale. Then what his sister put me through, we got to see each other, but not much. And sometimes we were arguing because of stuff that she would put in between us. But we finally worked that out. Thank God at the end. Well, Tony, he's a good dude. He's a little crazy. Well, was, but he could throw hands. Yes, he could. When you pissed that boy off, hoo hoo hoo, I felt it for you. Ugh. That's why when I ended up seeing him at his apartment and seeing the conditions and shit that he was being subjected to, I stayed and helped him out. I didn't want to be there, but it helped him. He was starting to get up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. He was actually eating breakfast. He was being productive. He wasn't sleeping in until 5 in the morning. He wasn't, doing all the shit that he was doing before. And none of the bad shit was going on at his apartment because I wouldn't allow it. Yeah, it kept his ass out of trouble. Notice he was healthy, happy, and having a grand old time until I left. Once I left, all hell broke loose. Got in a motorcycle accident. He, because of his cousin. Oh man, there's all kinds of shit that happened. I'm over here like, who is watching what is going on over there? Isn't that why your mom lives next door? Oh, she don't take care. She just gets my check. Yeah, I know. And that's why she wanted Tony to live with her. That way they weren't paying for 2 places, only one. She could play more tricks, get more money. She even tried that stuff with me. Because Tiffany didn't want me working. And I told her, I said, well, we've got to do something for money. So they tried to talk me into going and trying for my disability that I haven't had since I was 15. And I'm like, I don't want to. I work my ass off to be able to be a productive working person, which I was told I was never allowed to be. I would never be it. Well, proven wrong. I was. Am I now? No.